The following is a production of Cary TV, the Town of Cary's government access channel. You're watching Bud TV, the monthly program that keeps you informed about what's going on in and around Cary Town Government. This month on Bud, let your voice be heard in the Cary Community Investment Bond referendum. Recycling in Cary is even better, and fall is bringing tons of music and more. All this and more right here on Bud TV.
On November 6th, registered voters can voice their opinion on 3 separate bond financing initiatives, which have been put forward by the Town Council: fire, transportation, and parks, recreation, and cultural resources.
While maintaining a tight budget due to the recent economic downturn, the town canceled or delayed various projects even as the population continues to grow.
The Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Resources Bond Package amounts to $15.87 million to fund new parks,
make park improvements, extend popular greenways, and install a new sports turf.
If Cary voters approved the bonds, new parks would include Bartley Park, which would have the town's first spray ground, the town's second dog park, a playground, climbing rock, shelters, and trails.
Carpenter Park, with playground, picnic areas, lighted court facilities, paved trails, and community gardens.
And a downtown park and farmers market support facility.
Park improvements will be dedicated to installing at Mills Park picnic shelters, restrooms, a new play area, disc golf, and a lighted softball field with batting cages.
the Panther Creek Greenway and the White Oak Creek Greenway will also be extended.
If the bond packages for fire, transportation, and parks are approved by voters, property taxes will increase by 2 cents per $100 valuation in 2013.
And another 2 cents in 2015.
At 33 cents per $100 valuation, Cary has the lowest property tax in Wake County.
And property taxes haven't increased in over 20 years.
For details on parks, fire, and transportation bonds, or to ask questions, visit carybonds.org. See you at the polls on November 6th.
Want to know what to do with your yard waste? I'll tell you next on the Conservation Corner. When you're working in your yard, remember that the town collects residential yard waste each week at the curb on your regular garbage collection day. Yard waste can include grass, brush, leaves, limbs, and even Christmas trees. For the safety of our collectors and to ensure that your yard waste is collected on time, be sure to place it in reusable containers with a handle, paper bags, or securely tied bundles. Limbs must be less than 4 feet in length and less than 4 inches in diameter. The maximum volume of curbside yard waste for regular collection at each home on one day cannot exceed 240 cubic feet. That would be a pile about 8 feet long by 5 feet wide and 6 feet tall. Unfortunately, yard waste contained in plastic bags or mixed with soil, rocks, and trash will not be collected. Please always avoid sidewalks, fire hydrants, mailboxes, and water meters when placing any yard waste out for collection. You can also dispose of yard waste at the Citizens Convenience Center at 313 North Dixon Avenue at no charge. All the yard waste we collect at the curb or at the center is turned into compost by the town's contractor. And as the weather changes and the leaves begin to pile up, don't forget about the town's loose leaf collection program. We'll be on your street once a month during November, December, and January, collecting loose leaves at the curb at no charge. Look for your collection schedule and map in the mail this October. And remember, loose leaves should be at the curb by 7 a.m. on the first scheduled day of collection for your area. For more, visit townofcary.org or call 919-469-4090. I'm Shrishna Guilford, and I'll see you next time on the Conservation Corner.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
1860, Juliet.
Huh? What if Romeo and Juliet had lived in 1860?
Well, you can find out about that and experience a host of awesome events this October at Cary's very own Cocoa Booth Amphitheater.
First up is the annual outdoor theater production.
This year, we'll experience a different historical twist on the timeless tale of love and tragedy.
We'll view Shakespeare's classic love story from a uniquely American perspective by setting the action during the American Civil War era.
Nightly performances run October 4th through 6th and will feature the Triangle's most talented thespians.
Methinks the lady doth protest too much.
To be or not to be?
Yo, Rick!
Bless you.
But that's not all that's on the calendar in Cary. Want to hear some toe-tapping tunes in a wonderful environment?
Then the Fall Sertoma Music Series is right up your alley.
All shows are held at the Sertoma Amphitheater in Bond Park, 801 High House Road, and are free and open to the public.
It all kicks off at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, September 14th, as the Cary Town Band takes the stage.
Have you ever listened to a tune that gets into your head and just stays there, playing over and over again?
We are the world. Nope, never happened to me. We are the children.
To share this phenomenon, the opening concert highlights a collection of pieces that are chock full of such tunes.
This show will be a blast.
Then, the very next night at 7 p.m. on Saturday the 15th, join the Triangle Brass Band for Pops in the Park.
The area's premier adult brass band will perform an audience-pleasing selection of marches, musicals, light classical music, and traditional brass band tunes.
And you don't want to miss the Cary Players production of the Tony Award-winning musical, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, at the Cary Art Center, September 28th through the 30th and October 4th through the 6th.
Finally, at 2 p.m. on Sunday, September 30th, join us as we celebrate the rich, pure sounds of brass instruments with Brass at Bond.
This year's performance will feature some of North Carolina's most innovative brass ensembles.
Sure to delight the entire family.
Want more info?
Visit the town's website, townofcary.org.
We are the ones who made a brighter day, so let's start living.
Traditional calendar schools are back in session, and with that comes an increase in school-related traffic. The idea behind a school zone is to take the area immediately surrounding the school campus and creating a safe environment for students who are coming to and leaving school. Here are a few things you should know about a school zone. Currently, there are 30 public schools within the town of Cary. Each public school has a marked school zone surrounding the campus. These school zones are marked with 3 different signs alerting motorists to the upcoming school zone. One of these markers is a flashing yellow light informing motorists that the school zone is in effect. This reduces the speed limit by 10 miles per hour under the usual speed. Public schools in Cary currently have more than 12,000 students enrolled. Many of these students ride the school bus to and from school. A recent study by the National Academy's Transportation Research Board found that school buses are still the safest mode of travel for students coming to and from school. So here are a few things you should know about stopping for school buses. All school buses are required to have flashing red lights and a side-mounted stop sign displayed when loading and unloading children. When these lights are flashing, all traffic traveling in the same direction of the bus is required to stop. Traffic flowing in the opposite direction is not required to stop when either of these 2 conditions are met. The roadway has 4 lanes of travel divided by a median, or the roadway has 4 lanes of travel divided by a center turn lane. Outside of these conditions, all traffic must stop. When it comes to the safety of our children, it takes all of us to help ensure that they have a safe learning environment. That means we all need to do our part to make sure that they get to school safely. For the Cary Police Department, I'm Officer Kendrick Alexander, reminding you to target safety.
At the August 23rd meeting of the Cary Town Council, Ed Urha was sworn in to fill the unexpired at-large council seat vacated in June 2012 by Julie Robeson. Urha was selected from a group of 59 Cary citizens following an 8-week process led by current council members. He holds a bachelor's degree from New York University and relocated to Cary as part of his employment with IBM. He is currently employed as a senior U.S. tax analyst at Lenovo. Over the years, Urha has accumulated over a decade of Cary government experience on a handful of boards and commissions, including the Planning and Zoning Board, among many others. Learn more about Ed Urha by searching 2012 council vacancy at the town's website, townofcary.org. Now let's take a look at the calendar, where there's a time and a place for everything. On Thursday, September 6th, the Town Council will meet at 6:30 p.m. in the council chambers. Please note, this meeting has been rescheduled from September 13th. The Planning and Zoning Board will meet on Monday, September 10th at 6:30 p.m. in the council chambers. On Thursday, September 13th, the Operations Committee will meet at 5:30 p.m. in the council chambers. Please note, this meeting has been rescheduled from September 6th. The Planning and Development Committee will meet on Thursday, September 20th at 5:30 p.m. in the council chambers. Also on Thursday, September 20th, a Town Council work session will be held at 6 p.m. in the Page Walker Arts and History Center. The Town Council will meet on Thursday, September 27th at 6:30 p.m. in the council chambers. For more meetings and events, log on to townofcary.org and click on the calendar icon.
We are excited to announce that beginning October 1st, the Town of Cary will accept both metal and plastic lids.
To help ensure safe and efficient processing, all lids must be placed securely back on the original container.
Bag shredded paper.
And shredded paper must be contained in a clear plastic bag that is tied closed so that it can be visually identified and removed by manual sorters.
Oh, thank goodness.
Metal pots and pans,
paper chipboard egg cartons, and cup trays.
But no styrofoam, please.
We'll pick it all up. Just put it in your curbside recycling carts and bins.
And at the Citizens Convenience Center, located at 313 North Dixon Avenue.
These additional materials continue our trend of increasing the number of accepted items that our citizens can recycle.
Want more information? You know what to do. Visit the town's website, townofcary.org.
Or call 919-469-4090.
Recycle, Cary.
That does it for this month's Bud TV. If you have any questions about stories you've seen here, you can email us at feedback@townofcary.org or call 469-4001. And remember to tune to Cary TV 11 if you're looking to find out what's going on in and around Cary Town Government. This has been a production of Cary TV. Visit the Town of Cary's website at townofcary.org.